Hello my friends, and welcome to another exciting episode of Hunting Rocks. As always, I'm your hunting guide Jeff, and behind me I got my buddy AE Rocks. I will share his link down below. We're up here at Hawks Bluff and we are looking for some druzy and whatever else they have. They've been doing burns up here, so they do the burns to keep the vegetation down. And I'm sure we will find some cool stuff today, so why don't you come with us? Let's see if we can find any druzy, hematite, barite, limonite. All the ites should be out here. All right, you guys, so what we're doing right now is we are just walking through the woods. We're looking for, of course, you know, the druzy crystals. Now these are not bad, but that one's covered up with a lot of the hematite limonite. But out here you will find amazing pieces of agate, and that feels like a big piece. I'm going to pull that out of the ground and see what it looks like. Nope, it bamboozled me. It is just a big piece of agate. That's it's not a pretty one until you start cutting it, getting it polished. If you had a saw and you cut that right down the middle there and polish both sides, that would look spectacular. This is a neat place because there are old mine holes out here, and whenever I say old mine holes, they're little dips in the ground where either Spanish or French had come through, and they were digging for the barite, the tiff. They were looking for the iron ores, and it looks like there's some down on this hill, so I'm going to walk down there and see what we can find. He just showed me this little piece here. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. It'll look real good cleaned up. In fact, I might take that with me. There's some more real beautiful agate through there. Got some really neat pieces covered in chalcedony, but I don't want to have to clean them, and getting chalcedony off is nigh on impossible because it's actually another silica quartz covering quartz. So we heard you like quartz, so we put quartz on your quartz. Guys, I just found a really nice plate. Got some barite on it, nothing too bad. That's a good sized plate. It's got the micro druzy on it. Very sparkly, very pretty. I'm gonna have to show AE this. He's gonna love this. That barite you can't get off. It's just difficult to do. It's sitting on top of a layer of limonite or some other metal mineral. Ooh. So I just came down this hill and I was looking around and I looked back and holy show tunes, guys. Look at this piece right here. That thing, that's huge. Now it doesn't look like too terribly much there because most of it's buried in the ground, but that is a flippin' beautiful piece. Man, I wish I could get that out. That probably weighs 400 or 500 pounds. Started coming down the hill and I saw this. I've already picked it up and checked it out. This is a cool piece. This is 360 degrees. A really nice druzy. It's a little dirty, but that's to be expected. If you lived outside all the time, you'd be a little dirty yourself. That one's not bad. Not interested though. And yeah, I'll pass on that one too. And just a few inches up from that one, I saw this one. Those are some big druzy points. Not a very big one. Beautiful agate. I like this. I'm taking that one too. That's going in the bucket. Now we're getting some good stuff down to this hillside. We probably were in good stuff otherwise, but it was just kind of hard to see because of all the leaf litter. Down here, not as much leaves. And yeah, looks like we're getting in some good stuff. That's got some smokiness and purple to it. Let's see how that looks popped out. It's all right. Tiny crystals, not great. I'll leave that one. Somebody will want that. Not me, but somebody will. So another pretty little piece on down the hill a little more. Lots of micro druzy in that. It's got some really good agate. Little piece, quite smoky. I'm gonna take this one with me. Look at that sparkle in there. That's not camera tricks. That's just the sun shining off that druzy. Ooh, it's so pretty. I can't stop looking at it. All right, guys, we have moved. As you can see, we are in an area that is full of these little holes. When I say little holes, they're probably, you know, waist deep, maybe a little deeper. So these were dug by either Spanish or the French, as they were all through this area looking for they were looking for lead, the galena. They were looking for barite, but mostly they were looking for the iron ores that you can see stain the ground everywhere through here. That iron was then taken back to Spain, sent to places like Toledo, Spain, where it was turned into muskets and swords and all that fancy stuff. But they didn't want the druze. They could have cared less about that. All they were after was the iron. So we're going to dig through some of these holes that they were so nice to leave us, and we'll see if we can't find pretty pieces like this. That needs cleaned up. It's got a little barite on it, but that's a cool looking barite blade. All right, let me go back to my bucket, and then we'll start digging and find some of the pretty druze. All right, guys, as you can see the area I'm standing in, I've heard a lot of people say before, man, I can't find nothing good. And a lot of times, and I'm not blaming everybody, because I myself do this, you're being a lazy rock hound, and it happens, everybody does it. The best way to find stuff is to flip it over. This piece, it's not great. Cleaned up, that would look really good. But you have to flip over all the rocks, because a lot of times it's kind of like you know, buttered bread. The good stuff hits the ground for some reason. Now I've got a piece right here I'm about to get out, and I don't know if it's good or not, but when you're out, you want to pop out pieces, you want to flip pieces over. Like this one, even though it doesn't look great, if you're into the agatization, that's a good agate piece. I'm not crazy about it, but I figured I'd check it out. Another good piece of agate with a pretty decent druze pocket. Nothing I'm interested in. But anyhow, that's enough of that. Let me get this popped out, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's popped out. Pop it out, I'm just going to take my tool, dig around it, and try not to damage any crystals that are on it, because it looks like it's got some decent crystals. So let me get this out and I'll get back to you. Okay, well, it wasn't as deep in there as I thought it was. Luckily, it's not as big as it could have been. But let's flip this over. And that, once it's cleaned up, is a beautiful piece of druzy. Look at that. It's got big points on it. It's got real nice agatization. This piece, definitely worth keeping. It's a little buddy here that I just saw. Little piece, not bad, not too damaged. It's got a lot of the red in it. That peach color is from iron ore that's stuck inside of it. So these two, and this one, of course, they're going to come home with me. All right, my friends, I just picked this one up and looked at it, put it back to show you what I saw. So I picked it up, and those are the points on it. It does have some barite, some really pretty barite, and you can see those pieces of quartz there are stained as can be with iron. But I should be able to clean that up. There is a way to get barite off the rock. A lot of people freak out whenever I do it. I shot a video of it years ago, and I might do another one just to show you guys. Notice I said might. I'm not promising I will, but I might. See what people say. Here we go. Here's another piece that is just covered in that barite, but that's got some good points on it. I'm not going to take that one. But yeah, just checking these little mine holes that they dug. Go along the side and see what there is to be seen, because like I said, those guys did not care about the druzy. They had other more important things on their mind, like building weapons to fight against the British and anything else that the Spanish may have been fighting at the time. A lot of wars back in the old days. All right, I'm gonna keep looking. Hey, Rocks pointed these out to me. I totally missed them. Look at those little bitty pieces right there. Now, they're in the ground, so we don't know how big it's going to be. And these could all be connected to one piece. These could also be really tiny. But, well, this guy doesn't feel too big. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. That's why you got to get them out whenever you see them. That'll be beautiful once it's cleaned up. That's just got some dirt staining on it. Let's see if we can get this one out. This one, let's see if we're lucky with it as we were with that. So what I'm doing here, so you can see the crystal points are right there. The back of the rock probably won't have them on it. Every now and again you'll get a piece like that one I had that's a full 360. Not huge, I don't think. No, that one's not as great. You can see where it was a tube at one time. So that one I'll leave. This one, that's definitely coming home. All right, guys, I moved over here near AE Rocks because he's finding some great stuff. I just popped this piece out. Well, let me show you the piece he just found. You got that? Yeah. He's got it in his pocket. I'm getting it right now. All right, guys, so this is the piece he just popped out. Look at that. I wish the sun was out more so you guys can see the sparkle over this one. It's beautiful. This whole hillside area here is just covered in some big points. And of course, this is right next door to one of the dig pits. And I'm going after that next. All right, guys, let's grab this one out. Looks like it's got some barite on it. Little tiny points, but that's pretty. That barite's pretty neat too. I'm gonna keep that one. And of course, we got a smoky piece here. Wow, that's bigger than I thought it was. That one, nah, I'm gonna leave that one. All right, I'm gonna keep digging here, see what we can find. And of course, I know this will be a good area because another trick besides flipping the rocks, just leave your bucket about 100 yards behind you. That way you have to carry everything by hand. But it's guaranteed to find good stuff. So AE just threw me this piece, and guys, look at that coloration in there. That's all agate through there. It's a lot of host, but you saw that and polish it, that would be cool. You gotta take this piece?
Nope, that's yours, brother.
I'm taking this piece, guys. I'm gonna work on this one, see what we can do. All right, you guys, my last piece of the day. Doesn't look like much, but I guarantee that'll look real pretty once it's cleaned up. All right, let's load the bucket, load the truck, and go pay them, and we'll head for the house. Check one more time in case anything pops up. All right, you guys, bucket is full, loaded into the truck. Gonna go pay the nice folks $30 a bucket here, and we're gonna head back to St. Louis, so I'll see you there right about now. All right, my friends, I'm back up from Hawks Bluff. I've been home a few days. We've had a lot of rain. This is the first sunshiny day, as you can see, that we have had in probably 4 or 5 days. The rain's finally done. Ground's a little mushy, not too bad, but I'm going to show you guys the crystals before and then after I power wash them. So here we are. Here's all the crystals I picked up. You can see this one's got a lot of barite. Let me get that in the sun so you can see it better. Get a better view on that. It's got some real nice crystallization on it. All right, guys, so here they are. All the crystals I picked up. Some of them have been rained on, some of them haven't. And I'm gonna show you guys what they look like after I get them power washed. There's that real sparkly one I showed you. Let's look at it sparkle again. Ooh, that's even gonna look better once it's all cleaned up. All right, well, I'm gonna get the power washer out and I'm gonna spray these down, but first I'll have to put up Hamilton because power washer's pretty strong and he likes playing in water. Don't you, buddy? Yeah, you love playing in the water. All right, let's go inside. All right, guys, and here we go. Got them all cleaned up. Not 100% clean, but still pretty good. And I have some beautiful druzy pieces. I really like this guy. He does need a little bit more cleaning. He'll probably get an acid bath, but look at that sparkle off that. Oh, so amazing. And of course this one, yes, look at those little glittery pieces. Got it all cleaned up. I love doing that. Look at those. Oh, it's like little explosions. Yeah, Hawks Bluff was very good to me that day. I think my favorite piece, though, is this one here. It is 360 degrees of druzy. It's druzy all the way around. I gotta put it in the alcohol, or the, not alcohol bath, the baking soda bath a little longer. Get some of that acid off of it. I was doing that to eat up some of the iron that was on it. And as you can see, it did eat up little bits and pieces to get down to the druzy quartz. Of quartz will not dissolve under muriatic acid. Got some neat iron on this one. I'll probably leave this one as it is. One of the interesting things is as I was spraying these yesterday, the water was getting underneath and tearing off that barite. As it tore off that barite, you could see the crystals underneath of it. They came out pretty clean for the most part. Beautiful agatization on it. This one's not bad. It's got a little ding there where a little nodule of druzy came off, but super agate. That would be a good one to cut on a saw. Just cut the bottom off so it was flat, polish that up, it looks super good. But yeah, this is my collection from Hawks Bluff. I got some other pieces. They're mostly agate. I didn't throw them in here, but I am super happy with that. Hawks Bluff is a really cool place to go. Well, guys, that was the video for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. Hamilton hopes you enjoyed it. He was a little sad he had to go inside yesterday whenever I was spraying stuff off with the power washer, but it's just too strong for you, bud. You hurt yourself. So, as always, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope we can get a like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you the next time we're out hunting rocks, won't we, Hamilton? Yeah, we'll see him. Have a good one, everybody. Say bye, Hamilton. Bye. He says bye.